So before we begin with how I met Yugos, I need to explain a couple of things involving my family.
Like what?
Well, for one, my dad was at one point a very skilled and successful dual-wielding swordsman, who participated in many competitions around the world to support my family financially.
Okay, and what does that have to do with Yugos?
Don't worry, I'll get to that. So back to what I was saying, I come from a very poor area, an area where only the rich could even afford the cheapest doctor. And for a while, my family was the lucky one of those elite families thanks to my father's sword skills. You see, my family's main source of currency came from my father's prize money for competing in multiple sword competitions. His skills became so feared that he got the nickname the Dual-Bladed Psycho, and some even comparing him to the legendary pirate hunter Zorro.
What? Roronoa Zoro? Your dad must have been super strong!
Yeah, he was. He taught me so much about the two-sword style.
I did notice your sword skills when you fought those guys earlier. I figured you had some sort of proper training.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that training, I would have died a long time ago. Anyways, everything changed one day when my father developed an extremely rare disease that targeted his muscles at the worst possible time. It was just as our money was running thin, right before a big fight that would have put us over the roof in money to support our family.
Wow, that's horrible.
With my dad now unable to make money, our family began to struggle a lot in many ways. I had to work 3 jobs while my mother worked another 2 jobs just to support our family. However, we never made enough to afford to treat my father, so his condition only got worse as time went on. Soon afterwards, my little sister, who was already an extremely sick girl, progressively got worse now that we couldn't afford the best treatment for her. That was when my mother's sanity began to run thin. I couldn't watch my household crumble anymore, and after hearing that a pirate who supposedly supported people financially in return for favors was in town, I quickly jumped on this opportunity, thinking that this was my ticket to a happy life again. I was wrong. The pirate was Yugos.
What happened next?
Well, excuse me, I need to see Yugos. Don't worry, everyone. I have plenty of money to go around. There is no need to try to get to me first.
Is this the guy? It has to be.
Why, hello there, boy. What can I do for you? I need money. My father and sister are both dying, and I need money to save my family. Please help me, I'll do anything. Whoa, whoa. Calm down, my child. Breathe. So you say your family needs help? Yes, please help me. It would be my pleasure to help you. So, kid, what is your name? Leon Mathers. My dad is the famous swordsman Ken Mathers. Oh, so you're the son of the Ken Mathers, huh? Well, Leon, I see you also wield 2 swords just like your father. Are you any good? Any good at what? Fighting, of course. Well, I mean, my dad taught me a lot, but he's still way better than me. Say, I have an idea, Leon. I'll help your family with any financial problems you all may have. What? Really? Thank you so much, Mr. Yugos. I can never repay you for your kindness. Oh, trust me, my child. You will repay me. All you have to do is defeat my best swordsman in a quick fight, and I'll pay for everything free of charge. What? If you lose, however, you'll have to join my crew. But don't worry, I'll still support your family as long as you promise to fulfill all of your duties as one of my crewmates. How does that sound? I mean, I don't know. I don't think you'd want me on your crew. Nonsense. You'd make a fine addition. You do want to save your father and sister, right? Yeah. Then this is the best way. Come on. You know accepting this offer is your best chance. So what do you say? Do you promise? Okay. Fantastic. Now follow me and I will set up this fight. I will be right back, my people. Do not worry though, as I still plan to get to each and every one of you. This should be the perfect area for Leon to show us what he has. What do you think, James?
Yeah, this is fine and all, but why are we testing the abilities of this brat again?
I have a feeling little Leon here holds a lot of potential. If he does, his inclusion in our crew would be very beneficial.
I guess so. So what exactly do I have to do?
Fight till your heart's content. Just make sure you don't kill the kid, if he has any potential.
And if I don't have potential, what'll happen to me?
Oh, don't worry about that, Leon. Like I said, I can tell that you have potential. Just don't let me down.
Okay.
You ready, kid?
Yeah.
Begin!
All right, get over here. Ooh, hey. Okay. Ooh, oh.
Wow.
All right, all right. Ooh, ooh. Hey, you're not half bad, kid.
Really?
You're a lot better than I was at your age, I'll tell you that.
Thank you, Mr. James. You're also really good. I'm sure if my father wasn't sick, he would love to fight you.
So, James, what do you think? Would he make a good addition to the crew?
For sure, Captain. I wouldn't mind teaching him a couple of things.
Why are you two acting like I've lost? I can still fight.
Excellent! Go ahead and finish him off then, James.
Yes, Captain.
Huh? What? He disappeared? And why does my body feel so cold? Is that my blood?
Yeah, it is. But you did well, kid. You deserve a nice long nap.
Welcome to the crew, Leon. Don't worry though. I'll keep my end of the deal up about paying for all of your family's financial needs. I'll also let them know about your situation. When you wake up, you'll be among your new family.
I lost? I lost. Where am I? Wait. Oh no. Don't tell me I'm on Yugos' ship. I gotta talk to Yugos to convince him to let me go home. My family needs you right now. I'm sorry, Marin. Big Brother's definitely gonna be home soon. Who are these guys? None of them look very friendly. Should I ask one of them where Yugos is? I guess I'm gonna have to at this rate. Excuse me, Mr. Glasses.
The name's Mark. What do you want, kid?
I was wondering where Yugos was. I gotta get off the ship as soon as possible.
Get off the ship. Oh, I'm sorry, Brett, but that's not the way this crew works.
What do you mean, Mr. Mark?
Let me lay things down for you in a way you'll understand. Yugos is known as the Dark Patron for a reason. About 98% of his crew is made up of people who he has given to. In return for his charitable acts, all he asks for is the person who requested the favor to join the crew.
Right, I know that, but I really have to get off this boat and go home.
What I'm trying to say is, you're stuck here for the rest of your life, kid. There's no way to get out of this crew alive.
What? No way. This can't be happening.
If you want to stay alive, I'd suggest fulfilling your duties as a crewmate by joining one of the factions.
The factions?
Follow me back to my living quarters, and I'll give you the whole rundown about how the ship works. So like I was saying, Yugos has 6 factions in his crew that anyone could join, and one that only he can handpick the members for.
What's so special about the 7th faction?
I'll get to that one in a second. Let's begin with the 6 regular factions first. The first of the 6 factions is the Power Monkeys, who are responsible for all gun, cannon, and other long-range weaponry combat. Next, there are the Assassins, who are ordered directly by Yugos to kill anyone he deems should die. Then, there are the Patchers, who help cure all illnesses and patch people up if they have any wounds. After that, we have the Ship Patchers, which are the people who fix up the ship if it's damaged. The Sea Artists are the crew's navigators and helmsmen. They help us sail through the treacherous seas, and they also steer the ship. Last out of the 6 normal factions, there are the Mothers. They do any of the extra things around the ships that the other factions aren't designated to do. For example, they're the ones responsible for keeping the crew in place, as well as cooking for all of the crewmates and cleaning the ship, among other things. Finally, there are the 7th faction, the Strikers.
But what's so special about these strikers?
That's just the thing. This faction is designed for the unique and special individuals in the crew. They are the elite warriors of the crew who go through rigorous training every day in order to perfect their skills and fight for the captain. Their life is nothing but painful training and doing the most hardcore missions out of any other faction in the crew. I'd hate to ever be chosen to join that faction. I see. I'll definitely try to avoid joining that faction. So, Mr. Mark, which faction are you in right now?
I hate to admit it, but I'm in the assassin faction.
Wait, so you go around killing people in the name of Yugos?
Unfortunately, yes. You see, kid, the thing about Yugos that keeps people in his crew is fear. If he feels that you have upset him in any way, he will not only have you killed, but he will also target all your loved ones.
What?
And to make things worse, Yugos gets upset over the slightest things. Just last week, a guy in the Mother's faction was killed right in the dining hall because he forgot to put ice in his drink. He then ordered a group of assassins to slaughter his family. I'm not gonna lie, that was the mission I just came back from 2 days ago.
But if you don't like killing people, then why are you in that faction?
Believe it or not, kid, the assassin faction is the easiest one to be in.
How so?
As an assassin, you are paired up with a large group of other individuals to take on targets that are usually normal people. You also get to leave the ship for a long amount of time, meaning you have a much smaller chance of ever interacting with Yugos or making a mistake while on the ship that would result in your death than you would if you were one of the other 6 factions.
I see. But why wouldn't you just try to escape if you are separated from the ship?
Yugos is no fool. Every assassin must report back to him every day they are away from the crew through a Den Den Mushi snail phone. And you can probably tell what would happen if you don't report back in time.
He kills your family?
Exactly. And then he gets more assassins to track you down until you're dead. I'd say one big downside to being an assassin is, if you don't kill your target and return back to the ship within a month, he kills you and your family. Luckily though, strikers are usually tasked with killing the strong people, so the assassins tend to get tasked with killing the pretty weak people. That is unless Yugos wants to toy with his prey.
Toy with his prey?
There are certain rare cases where Yugos feels that sending endless waves of assassin faction members toward a particularly strong enemy would be the best way to handle them. They would normally be taken care of by a striker, but he feels this method works better for breaking their morale slowly but surely. Every morning, noon and night, the person must live always on guard of assassins coming for their head.
I don't understand though. Why would the world government support this guy? He seems like an all-around jerk.
Believe it or not, but Yugos is actually a brilliant scientist. His inventions have helped the Marines a lot. The thing about the warlords is, because they work under the Marines tend to turn a blind eye to a lot of their actions. If a warlord steps too far out of line, the Marines get involved, but warlords tend to somehow find a way to hide their dastardly deeds.
But that's not fair. He can't do anything he wants.
And you should know that the world isn't fair. Just about everyone on this crew is in an unfair position by being forced to be here. All in all, kid, I suggest just keeping your mouth shut and living the rest of your life knowing that at least your family will be benefiting from the situation you're in.
But if what you said is true and I can't escape without my family being killed, which faction do I join?
Like I said, the assassin faction is the easiest, but it's all up to you at the end of the day.
Then I guess I'll go with the assassins.
Good choice. Follow me and we can go get you signed up for it.
There's no need for that. Captain Yugos already has special plans for Leon.
Master James, I'm sorry. I had no idea that Yugos already had plans for the boy. I'll leave him to you.
It's fine. Leon, be a good boy and follow me.
But
Leon, don't question a direct order from one of Yugos' quartermasters.
You don't want to make Yugos mad, do you?
no, Mr. James.
That man from the assassin faction filled you in on the way things work on this ship then?
Yes, Mr. James.
So he informed you about the Strikers faction?
Yeah.
Well then, welcome to the Strikers faction, Leon.
Wait, what?
Yugos and I both saw a lot of potential in you, so we decided that you would be the perfect new addition to this faction. From now on, you'll be spending your days training up to become an elite warrior of this crew.
But I wanted to be in the assassin faction.
It doesn't matter what you want, kid. It's all about what Yugos wants. And what Yugos wants is you to join the Strikers. Trust me, kid. Your talents would be wasted in assassins.
Okay.
Good. Now then, Leon. Did the man also explain to you about the quartermaster system?
The what?
I see. Okay, well, Let me run it down for you. Because you are now a striker, you have a chance that no one else in any other faction gets. You see, kid, when one of the current 4 quartermasters die, they are replaced with another apprentice striker. When you become a quartermaster, you will have a larger responsibility in the crew by serving as one of Yugos' 4 closest companions. This is what it means to be the quartermaster, and I have chosen you to be my apprentice striker.
Me? But don't you have another apprentice already?
Oh, that weakling? He died on me during training about 3 weeks ago. That man was 3 times your age, and yet your potential is way higher than his ever was.
Oh.
Oh? Is that all you have to say? I've given you such an honorable position. There are currently 13 strikers, not including quartermasters. You should feel lucky that I didn't choose one of them instead of you.
I'm sorry. I'm extremely honored to be your apprentice.
That's more like it. Now then, let's begin the training. Get your swords out and fight me.
Right. From that moment on, my everyday life for the next 3 years was a perpetual cycle of misery. I'd wake up every morning and fight with either James or another striker until the night. That is all. And to make things worse, I was not allowed to socialize with anyone else besides other strikers. We're all pompous jerks. At first, James went kinda easy on me, but after that initial week, he began to inflict serious damage to my body during our training. He called it roughening me up for the real world. And if I complained or showed any signs of pain, he'd only inflict more on me. Every night for my first month was torture, as my salty tears would run into my open wounds when I attempted to cry myself to sleep. The pain of those salty tears entering my wounds only made me cry worse. It was a loop that would go on for several hours before I got a chance to sleep. While being James' apprentice, I learned a lot about hockey. Armament hockey was my specialty, and after mastering it, his cut didn't hurt nearly as bad. Observation hockey was a little harder to grasp, but once I got it down, dodging his attacks became a lot easier. However, no matter how much better I got at fighting, I was still a shell of my former self while on that ship. All I could think about was escaping and going to see my family. I never smiled, I never laughed, and I slowly was losing my will to live. In fact, if it wasn't for that one letter that Yugos allowed the crew members to each get from their families every 6 months, my mind and will would have completely broken. Those letters from my family were the only things keeping me going, and through those letters, I found out that my father and sister were both doing really well thanks to Yugos money. Thanks to the doctors and medicine they could afford, my father's muscles had stopped deteriorating, and my sister's illness was being pushed back as much as possible. Just knowing that my suffering was bringing them happiness was all I needed. Then my first real striker mission came. This was the mission that started the domino effect, leading to my world coming crashing down.
Wait, so just how many people are actually going to be in here?
I'm not exactly sure, but it shouldn't matter. I've toughened you up for this moment, Leon. If I didn't think you weren't ready, I wouldn't have brought you.
If you say so.
You just better be up for getting your hands a little dirty. There's a strong likelihood that there's going to be a lot of bloodshed.
Don't worry about that. I gotta do what I gotta do. I should be good.
Great, because this is it.
This is Andrew Fixin's place? Thought it'd be a lot bigger and more menacing looking than this.
It shouldn't matter about how it looks. This man has forces that Yugos believes actually stand enough of a threat that he sent us to take care of them. Stay on your toes, Leon.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's move.
Alright.
Doesn't even matter about stealth, just go. Alright, take them all down.
There's a lot.
It doesn't matter. Just keep going, keep going. Wait. Wait a second. No,
What?
never mind. You go first.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Alright. Keep going.
Alright, I'm going.
Alright. Okay, wait. I have a question.
Yeah?
Why are you not killing people?
I'm being a bit sloppy. Looks like I'm only knocking these guys out.
Stop fooling around, kid. This is a threat to the crew. Take this more seriously.
Yes, Mr. James.
Okay, this should be it. Get ready.
Please don't hurt me.
You've been a bad boy and got on Yugos' naughty list, Andrew. Now you must pay the consequences.
I'm sorry. I'll have his money by next week, I promise.
I'm pretty sure Yugos has been far too kind in extending the time so far.
Yes, Sir Yugos is truly a blessing to us all. Please give me more time, though.
Finish this man off.
Me?
Yeah, you. You haven't fatally wounded one person this entire mission. I need to see how set you are on completing these goals for the captain.
But
This is a direct order, brat. Just kill him so we can get back to the next mission.
okay.
Excellent.
I'm sorry, man, but this is what happens when you get Yugos mad.
Please, you don't want to do this.
I know I don't, but I have to.
Stop. No, please.
I can't do it.
Huh?
What did you just say?
I'm sorry. I can't take this man's life. Can't we just extend his time another week?
You foolish boy. Kill him, or I'll be forced to report this back to Yugos. I would kill you myself, but I know that Yugos can make things so much worse than I ever could.
I can't.
Thank you so much, sir. I will definitely have it to you by next week. I've learned my lesson for sure.
Shut up, you insect. And as for you, Leon, I'm disgusted by you. Someone as weak and pathetic as you should have never been my apprentice. Let's return back to the captain so he can deal with you.
So let me get this straight, Leon. You went into this mission with the intent of not killing anyone.
No, that's not it. It's just that I didn't think I would choke up on the mission. I definitely went in there thinking I could execute everything perfectly.
I see. Well, Leon, you didn't fulfill your duties to me like you promised me you would.
I know, Captain, but please forgive me. I'll do better next time. Please don't kill me or my family.
Calm down, child. I forgive you.
What?
Come on, I'm not all bad. You are one of my strikers and I need you. You are all way too important to the overall crew's lifespan to be killed over one small mistake. Instead, strikers get a 3-strike rule. Leon, you now have 1 strike. Try not to get the other 2, or else.
Thank you so much for your kindness, Captain. You won't regret this. I promise to do much better next time.
Perfect. Now then, James. Leon has apologized. Please do me the favor of continuing to be his personal mentor. I know that once Leon is experienced enough, he'll be one of the crew's finest.
Yes, Captain. But are you sure this is the right decision?
James, please trust your captain's judgment.
Of course, sir.
Good. Now both of you get out of my office. Your next mission will come shortly.
After that first strike that Yugos gave me, James worked me harder than ever before. But thanks to how motivated I was on not getting another strike, I picked up the pace as well. My fear for what he would do if I failed again gave me the courage to kill anyone I was told to. For this reason, I ended up completing my next 20 missions or so with flying colors. One day, though, the 6-month letter came, and I found out terrible news. My letter let me know that Yugos had stopped financially supporting my family around the time after I failed my first mission. My sister's illness quickly came back stronger than ever, and my father's muscles never got quite back to how they once were, so he had been losing every sword fighting competition he entered. Neither one of my parents were making enough to afford another doctor or medication strong enough to help my sister. The end of the letter was my mother begging me to ask Yugos to help them once again, because if he didn't, my sister would surely perish in a few weeks. Captain Yugos!
Well, if it isn't my precious striker, Leon, what can I do for you today?
I just got my 6-month letter from my family. Why did you stop paying for their medical expenses?
Leon, you should know why.
I don't, though. This is to be some kind of misunderstanding.
Not at all. This is because of your strike.
Huh? But you forgave me!
Yes, exactly. And because I forgave you, I didn't kill you or anyone in your family. You see, the way the strike system works is pretty easy. 1 strike means I stop the deal that I made with the person. 2 strikes means I kill their family. 3 strikes is game over and I kill them.
No. Please, Yugos. I've done everything flawlessly ever since that one mistake. Please help my family.
I am helping them by not killing them.
No, that's not what I mean. They need you. Please pay for my sister's medical expenses. I need you too, please.
Leon, you're starting to annoy me now. I do not break my own rules and I won't start now. Now don't say another word and get out before I get angry and give you the 2nd strike. Your next mission with James will be tomorrow. You better be ready for it. It was at that moment that I realized what I had to do on tomorrow's mission.
So, I hear that you got the captain a bit mad yesterday. I suggest not doing that again.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson. I won't do anything to upset him anymore.
That's pretty smart of you. What happened to the Leon I used to know?
I'm turning over a new leaf, I guess. I realized yesterday that if I want to make it on this crew, I'm going to need to do more listening and less talking.
That's what I like to hear. Alright then, let's move out.
Yes, sir.
So these people are supposed to be from the Phantom Gun Tribe. This one might actually be a challenge.
Whoa, the Phantom Gun Tribe? Yugos must have some pretty big faith in us.
Well, it was reported to only be about 10 members in this hideout. It shouldn't be too bad as long as we go all out. We should be just fine.
Don't worry, Marin. I'll be there soon. After my confrontation with Yugos, I realized that I didn't want to be in this crew at all. What was the point if Yugos wasn't even going to help my family? I figured it would be better if we were all miserable but together, rather than us being separated. So I ran. I ran as fast as possible. My goal was to get back home before my sister died, so I just kept moving. I got on any means of transportation that I possibly could have. All I wanted was to at least be there in her final moments. Mom, Dad, I'm home.
Oh my goodness.
I missed you guys too.
You're all caught up, son. What happened to you?
It's a really long story. I'm just glad that I'm here with you all again.
Wait, if you're here, does that mean that Yugos freed you?
No, not exactly. I just needed to see Marin again. I wanted to be with her.
So, I'm guessing you couldn't convince him to give us the money we needed.
I'm sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. I tried. I really did. I went through so much pain for you guys, but I couldn't do anything.
Hush your mouth. You're our savior, Leon. Without you, we all would have died of stress a long time ago.
Thanks, Mom. Is Marin awake?
Yeah, she should be. You got here just in time. I don't think she'll be waking up from her next nap.
Alright. Marin?
Big brother, I knew I heard your voice. You're back from your trip.
Yeah, I'm back. I came here to spend time with you.
Oh, I'm sorry, big brother, but I don't have much time left.
I know, but I just could not be with you right now. I'm so sorry for leaving you.
It's okay, big brother. Mommy and Daddy told me that you were off making money for us. That's why I love you so much. You're such a good person.
I'm not, though. I should have tried harder. If I did, you guys would still be getting plenty of money.
Listen, big brother. Please just promise me that you'll always stay a good person. I don't want you to ever become someone you're not.
But
Mommy and Daddy need you to be one, and so does everyone else.
I promise, Marin. I'll be a good person.
Good. And I want you to be there for everyone just like you are for me. I've always seen you as my superhero.
I promise. I'll be there for anyone that ever needs my help. You know what? I'll become a doctor, but I'll provide my services for free. No questions asked. I don't want anyone to ever suffer like our family did.
See, Leon, you are a good person. Boy, I'm getting sleepy now. I'm gonna take a quick nap. When I wake up, we can play a little, okay?
Marin? Marin! Please! Don't go to sleep yet! Marin, please! Mom, Dad, Marin is gone. Mom? Dad?
Oh, Leon, you're here?
What happened here?
I'm sorry, kid. Orders are orders. You know how it is, man. Yugos told me to kill your family before you got to them. I didn't expect you to get here so quickly without a permanent means of transportation. Either way, I already disposed of the bodies.
I see.
Hey, get back. What are you doing?
Okay, Yugos. You want to do this, huh? I have nothing else to live for. I'll just kill you or go out trying. You're done for.
I'm gonna cut you up into little pieces and feed them to the sea kings.
Please just promise me that you'll always stay a good person. I don't want you to ever become someone you're not.
Hey guys, what's up? And thanks for watching another episode of the One Piece Minecraft series. So before I get into this outro, I just want to say that Brandon, the voice of Leon, is doing a roleplay series on his channel called Miner's Legacy, and I am in it. So if you want to get to it, all you have to do is click on the annotation on the screen or go into the video description and it should be there. One other thing that I would like to say is a special thanks to Uncle Breadhead for my new YouTube icon. And if you guys don't know, it's me wearing Cecil's clothes. So it's awesome. It's so cool. I was extremely shocked when I first saw that he was doing this to show his support for the channel, because I had no idea that he was doing it whatsoever. I didn't ask him to do it. It just came out of the blue and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. This is amazing. Can I use this for my channel? And he was like, yeah, go ahead. I was like, oh my gosh, I've been wanting a non-Minecraft skin, or no, non-Minecraft skin, a non-Minecraft profile picture for the longest time, and I finally got one, so thank you, Uncle Breadhead. Now on to the episode. This episode, oh my gosh, by far was the hardest one to edit. So, Sneaky, Brandon, and I recorded this episode last Saturday, but mistakes were made, mostly my mistakes. Actually, all of them were my mistakes, and the video footage got corrupted. And since, you know, Sneaky's whole schedule of not being able to record any other nights besides Saturday, unless we're super duper lucky, but, you know, we weren't. So, yeah, since you know, that whole situation is a thing, Brandon and I had to take 2 or 3 days to re-record all of the scenes, but this time, it was even more difficult because we didn't have a third person, so a lot of the scenes that you see is just, like, an extra person that's like kind of standing around. For example, the Andrew scene and the Leon's dad scene, and that's because those characters were supposed to be Sneaky, but since we didn't have him, we had to use a custom NPC instead, and Sneaky just sent me his voice footage. So at first, Brandon and I just had the idea of recording all the scenes that only involved me and him, but somewhere down the line it just became a thing where we recorded the entire episode. So yeah. And unfortunately, a lot of the scenes were out of order because we started off with just the scenes that were just us. So it sort of kind of became like a scavenger hunt to find the rest of the footage for this episode. So it was just like me going through all of this different footage because I had like 6 or 7 audio files and then I had like another 5 different video files. And it was just me like going through all this and like taking stuff and putting it into other stuff. So this episode was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. And as a side note, James's character, I know this is not exactly completely related to why this was the hardest one to edit, but it was also one of the hardest ones to record because of James's voice. James's voice is the worst voice I've ever had to choose for this series to do. I can't believe I even chose that voice. It's so hard to do. It runs me out of breath after like every single line and leaves me lightheaded and nauseous when I do it for too long. So I am kind of putting myself through like some pretty bad pain just to get this character to be how I wanted him to be. So, yeah, if you guys go back to this like any scene from this episode that includes James talking, you might be able to hear me breathing a lot more than if I was doing any other character, and it's because James's voice is the worst. It's just literally the worst. On to the fanfiction contest news. 2 of the 3 contest winners replied back to us with all of their information for you know, the character that they created for Mahogany Man's crew, but Dragon Master did not reply back in time because we decided that we were going to do 1 week to see if they would reply back, and we didn't get a reply in that 1 week, so we contacted the Revenger, who was the runner-up, on his email and told him that he's the new 3rd winner. We are currently waiting on a reply back from him. I haven't checked the Gmail today, so I should probably be doing that. Like right as soon as I'm done with this outro, I'll probably check, but yeah, Revenger, if you're watching and you haven't replied back yet, you are the new winner, so if you want to create a Mahogany Man character, we're waiting on you, and if you don't reply back in a week, we're gonna choose someone else. So, there's that, and I think that should be it. So, thank you all so much for your undying support on this series. Thanks to everyone who likes and comments on these videos, as it means the world to us, and, you know, it's definitely awesome that you guys continue to come back every single week. when we upload an episode, if we do upload an episode that week. So, also a big thanks to anyone who submitted fan art or fan fictions this past week or this past 2 weeks or just in general, anyone who's ever done it. Thank you so very, very, very much. And for those who are unaware, you can send them to our email or my Twitter, which can be found in the description section down below the video. But other than that, I'm done. Thank you guys so much once again for watching. See you later. Bye.